Alright guys, welcome back to the ski boat trailer build, where we're taking a 1986 Ski Supreme and we are sticking it on like a 2001 Malibu trailer because my old trailer fell apart, literally in the middle of a bridge, wheel fell off. So got this one, it was bent because the tree fell on it, we'd bend it back straight, got that done. I got all the old bunks cut off, they're laying down here. We did all that in the last video, which if you haven't seen, go watch it because bending this thing back straight was pretty crazy. But now we actually have to make it hold this boat, which meant everything we cut off, we need to kind of make it again to go back on. So the first thing I need to do right now, you can see it's just kind of hanging from the hoist, just hanging right above the trailer. I got to figure out where on the trailer front to back I need the boat, how high I need the boat. I want to keep it as low as possible so it launches easy, but I don't want to be able to hit the trailer, so that's important. And I got to watch out for my prop and rudder, make sure I don't damage them. So we got to figure front to back, height, and angle. Make sure we get the angle right so this thing loads and unloads pretty easy. Once I get that figured out, then we need to figure out how to build bunks to hold it there. So, and in the front, we've got to redo some stuff up there because that's all smashed up. But first thing, we got to get this thing aligned where we need it. It's sitting down on the bunks. You can see them in there. They're on jack stands. They're not. Actually, the back is sitting on the trailer. See, I've got it flush there. And it actually looks really good sitting here. I'm pretty happy with this. Like you can see where the prop sits. That's pretty good. I'm really happy with this. I think what I'm gonna do is put like a 1-inch riser in there, just because it is so close down the side. You can kind of see it like right here. That's a little snug, so I think I'm gonna put a 1-inch riser. And these bunks are in the exact same spot as they were on the original trailer, so it'll support the boat exactly as the factory trailer did. And that's all it was two 2x4s, 12 foot long, kind of angled in a V. And they actually had them mounted flat like that on the other trailer. But as you can see, they don't really fit the boat like that. They kind of have they'll need a twist. So I'm going to try to build that into these front mounts. Just give it just a little bit of the twist to really cradle the boat. So got to pick the boat up now because you can see that strap's loose. It's literally just sitting on jack stands and the trailer in the back. And I'm going to try to repurpose these old stands back here. Cut these off. Make sure that one's kind of messed up, but some of them are pretty nice. So I'm going to try to clean them up, repurpose them, weld them on here, and we'll see if we can get this thing to hold the boat up on its own. Okay, so I got the 4 back stands in, and they turned out pretty nice. So these are in, I guess, the back 6. Got them up through there, you can see them. I can't lower it all the way down because right now the boat's only supported on the trailer from here back. So when I do, it just tries to pull a wheelie because all this weight here is sitting on jack stands. So I ended up having to cut out that cross member because I didn't like the stands. Those old stands that were back there, they weren't good. So I cut this cross member up and used that to make them. So now I got to put a new cross member in here, and I'm just going to go rob one off the old trailer. That trailer's not really good for anything other than steel, so I'm going to go cut one out, and then we're going to fit it in here and get these front stands made. And so far, I'm really liking how this is turning out. High quality trailer this was. Alright guys, wear your safety glasses. I was not wearing them. And yeah, I got some nasty gunk in my left eye and I've had to take a break from this thing for a few days. And it felt awful. My left eye was bright red. Wasn't great. All because I didn't know where these were and I was too lazy to find them. So yeah, that's my PSA for the day. Just wear your damn safety glasses. But let's get back to this thing. Now that I'm feeling a little bit better, we can try to get this knocked out. So you can see I've got this black cross member in here. It's kind of it's an I-beam, not an I-beam, it's a C-channel. I cut it off the other trailer. I'm trying to keep it low enough because I'm concerned with the way the bow tapers here, or the hull tapers, that it might catch it. So I'm gonna hang it low, which works out too, because you can see I have just kind of just stuck in there just for fitment the old frame rail I cut off. So if I drop it down and I mount it on the bottom, just like this, I can actually run those old frame rails from here to there, which is my plan, because this is where it was bent. So it'll basically double the frame rail through here and it'll fit really nice. So I need to go get those frame rails cut off, get them laid in here, because then that'll help brace this, and then we still got to build stands in there. But you can see this is the frame rail from the trailer I had. This is why I wanted to replace it. I knew this was here, and I knew it was not great. And it's not like this side was really any better. But this was only at the back, I think, because it had nowhere really to drain, because they capped it. So it was tube, they capped it, there's no drain holes. So the nice thing is this trailer, I've actually found drain holes pretty much everywhere, so it can't just collect water. That should be a lot nicer. But it's only rotted in the back, so I can use the front parts to basically beef up my structure through here. So I'm gonna go drag that thing over here and then we'll cut it up. First side is mocked in, and this, I mean, it's a little rough. I got to clean it up. But basically, it was bent kind of right in here. So doubling it up will give me a lot of strength, because it's just reinforcing kind of that whole spot. If you look down it. So that'll keep that from bowing down. It'll keep it from bowing in and out. And it also, up here, gives me some extra spots to weld my cross member in. So I'm gonna mark this, clean it all up with a grinder, tack this side together, and then we'll match that one on the other side. And I think it's gonna give it a really, really beefy trailer. It's gonna work really well. Okay, a lot of progress made. I got these new inner frame rails welded in, like 90%. I still gotta pull and finish weld them. I've got this cross member in, which as you can see, the strap's not holding anything. I got my stands up here. I do need to remake that last one right there. That guy, as you can see, he's a little short. He's a little short on both sides. I didn't realize the trailer was kind of nose down when I made those. So those got to be remade, and I got to make plates for the top of all of these. You can see it's just sitting right on the 2x. But I got the angle here so the board lays up nice. It actually fits the boat hull better than the original trailer did. So this is a nice heavy duty cross member here. I got this. I still got to add some bracing in here. I got to pull it out and fully weld it. You can see I got them somewhat welded here. And then up here, This trailer had two rollers. Mine had like a big old bracket that kind of came up here, and you can see over the years it's done some serious damage to the hull. I didn't want that, so I managed to save the rollers, built a new cross member in here, built a bracket, so that'll help run that up. And then up here, it also had another roller, and both these rollers are smashed if you look back because, you know, boat fell on them when the tree hit it, so I cut them off. The other one was here. I got to clean that up still, so I moved it back there. This one was right here. I moved it here because this boat is a little bit shorter. So I kind of matched it up. I put the engine where I thought the weight should be, which is about where it was on the old one. So everything's back a little bit. So I built this piece back. So nice little roller here. The winch strap is nice and straight. Like, it's going to work really, really nice. So I am really happy with how this came out. Like, it looks so good on there. So now I'm gonna, it's actually sitting on it. The weight's actually sitting on the trailer, which is nice. So I'm gonna pick it up, pick the boat up. I gotta pull it out, remake those two rear stands, make plates for everything, fully weld it, clean up everything, and then we gotta get ready for paint. All right, she's ready for paint. All my plates are in, my stands are in, everything's fully welded. I sanded the whole thing real quick so she gets some good adhesion. And if you're wondering, yes, I'm going to paint this thing outside with a house sprayer and some tractor paint. Because really, I just need to paint it so it doesn't rust. The fact that it'll all be one color, that's just a bonus. And hey, it'll be orange, so it'll be kind of close to the boat. This is Kubota orange, which I just opened it. And wow, is that very bright. It's gonna be a little brighter than I thought, but it should work out. I'm not I'm not a painter. I'm not a body guy. As you've noticed, I never paint anything. So this is a first, but really I just need it not to rust. So we're gonna spray her down real quick and see what it looks like. Well, guys, I'm gonna be totally honest. I did not know what color Kubota orange was, but this thing's gonna glow in the dark. Holy crap, is it bright. It looks really good. I'm really happy with it. Is it perfect? No. Are there runs? Yes. Is there bugs in it? Probably. It's not perfect, but I wasn't going for perfect. It looks really good. I'm happy with it. It looks legit. It's gonna hold the boat really well. Now I just gotta let this thing dry, and then we can get bunks back on it. I gotta put new lights on it. A whole bunch of little stuff, but damn, look at that thing shine. Curious how glossy it's gonna be once it dries, but right now, man, you gotta squint to look at it. Hey, it's done. The boat is on the trailer. The trailer is done and it looks amazing. So obviously it's painted, it's completely done. Let's go through and let's see what we did. All right, we redid this thing front to back. The last time you saw it, I was doing this outside paint job and it turned out pretty nice. But I mean, I did grip tape front to rear, brand new wiring front to back. Did a 7-pin because it has surge brakes. So this tells my brakes not to work in reverse. Reuse the winch, but I put a brand new line on it. All new LEDs, front to back. Like I said, everything was rewired. Redid the rollers. Those turned out phenomenal. The boat sits on here. Amazing. You can't even really tell that I had to add in these extra cross members. Added some lights. Gotta have more visibility. The boat looks amazing. We wrapped this thing like a little more than a year ago, and that sparkle, God, it looks sweet. But again, we grip taped everything. Oh, brand new bunks underneath. Redid the inner fenders so they're nice and soft bunk carpet. Just redid everything front to back. New lights, grip tape. You don't want to be falling off the boat when you're getting out, especially if, you know, your footing isn't the best after a day on the water. We got new guide covers on the back. Put the old reflectors back on everything. New LEDs. You can see the bunks here. They're nice and long, nice and soft. It's going to work really nice. The boat sits in there perfectly. Like the prop, just a few inches to the prop guard, it's exactly what you want. And yeah, it's an old boat. It's an 86 Ski Supreme 351 Windsor. Amazing boat. It has never left us stranded. It's a ton of fun. It looks really cool. At some point, we need to redo the interior. But for now, we need to get this thing back on the water. It has been way too long since it's been on the water. Now we have a good boat trailer, and honestly, the trailer looks better than the boat does at this point. But yeah, we got to redo that interior at some point. But that is a project for another day.